Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be taking us on a tour on the overview of Behringer WING. So before I turn my Behringer WING on, so Behringer WING is elder brother to Behringer X32. So if you're familiar with Behringer X32, it should also be easier for you to navigate through Behringer WING. So Behringer WING, actually, I've been using Behringer WING for the past 2 years and it has been great. So follow me, let's dive into how Behringer looks like and also how it functions. So the power button of Behringer WING is found below at the right corner of this below, right? This aspect, right? You can see my hand here. So I've powered it on. And you can see the screen is still flat, right? I am going to, so if you want to pull up the screen, I remember one time, the first time I used Behringer WING, right? And I didn't know how to make this wing come up, right? Now, if you touch it, it's very firm, right? If you don't know how to use it, you think you're about to break something, all right? So, no, you're not, trust me, you're not going to break anything. So, just hold the screen and gently pull it tight. So that's a great feature because if the screen is flat and you're sitting down, you won't be able to see it. So pulling the screen up give the sound engineer the ability to actually see what's on the screen. So with that being said, let's dive right into the screen. This screen is touch screen. This is a touch, it has a touch screen features. Let's say, for example, if I touch this, so this is a very wonderful aspect of upgrade that was done by Behringer because it gives the sound engineer the ability to operate this console swiftly while mixing, right? So the Behringer WING did an upgrade and the upgrade consists of a touchscreen. Now let's dive right into this Behringer WING. Your digital consoles or your analog consoles, we always have the input and the output, right? So for this is a digital console which anywhere at any given time can be an input, right? Now let's say for example we have how many banks here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have 6 banks. Now what do we call a bank? A bank is a section where you have multiple faders. So in a bank we have up to 4 faders, which means we have 12, 16, 20, 24 faders in total on Behringer wings. Now let's dive right into why we are here. Now if you look, Behringer wing consists of 1 to 36 physically usable channels on this console. Now, when I mean physically usable channels that you can assign your source, right, or your input directly to, and it will function normally, and including extra between 37 and 40, you have your auxiliary in. I'm not going to go into auxiliary in now, but I'm just going to focus on your regular channels. So with that being said, if you hit on the first button, you're going to get from 1 to 12 channel count input, same as if you hit the second one. So if you're familiar with digital console, you know this, right? If you don't know this, go back to your basics. I'm just giving you overview of Behringer wings, right? Now, let's go down to the next. The next one is between 25 to 36. Then the next one is 37 to 40. These are your auxiliaries, right? These are your auxiliaries. Then the next one is are your bus masters. I'll come to this later. These are your output, right? So I'm just giving you an overview. Now we come to the right side of this Behringer wings, right? Now you have your output section, right? You have your SOF. The full meaning of SOF actually is send on faders. Now, if you're familiar with Behringer wing, you see if you want to assign a channel to a bus, now you have to click on send on faders, select which bus you want it to go to, then move your faders, right? So that's a function of a send on faders button. So with that being said, The next one is the DCA portion of a DCA. So they have a DCA. When you click on a DCA, you use, if you're a pro mix engineer or you like your mixing live, DCA is a wonderful section that helps you mix quick, swiftly, because you assign all your input as a group here. Like your DCA is used to mix swiftly. So the volume, where, like, let's say for example, I want to turn down my drums, all my drum set. So I assign all my drum set into one DCA channel. So when I turn down my DCA, all my drums are being lowered. So DCA is used to mix live. It makes it very easier for you to mix with DCA. So the next one is main. One thing you're going to find out is that Behringer WING has 4 main output, right? So it has 4 main output, and these 4 main output function individually from each other. Your X32 has only 1 main output. With that being said, anything that you send into that main output is sending directly, right? But for the Behringer WING, is different. The Behringer WING, you can send different signals, different processed signals, and different output to this main output, right? So this function is so great. If you have overflow, if you have PA outside of the main auditorium, you can use this to create a different mix from your main mix that you're going to use to send out, and it works great with broadcast mix. So with that being said, let's go down to auxiliary. You have the auxiliary in 2 here. You have the box masters. These are your boxes. Now, the sweet thing about this is Behringer WING has up to 16 boxes. Meanwhile, some consoles like X32, they have only 8 boxes. So imagine what you can do with 16 boxes. And these are user preferences, right? Now, when you come to this side, I always use this side for my matrices. Also, Behringer WING has up to 8 matrices. Now, in addition to your 4 main out, which is totaling about 12 major outputs, right? 12 major outputs you can use. That is excluding your boxes. I'm talking about straight outputs from this console, right? So this console has so much potentials, right, when it comes to input and what output. Now, one great thing about Behringer WING is the ability to have so many input sources, right? If you look at this place, it has a local in is you connecting your input directly to the console. You have your auxiliary in, the same thing. You have your oscillator. You should know about oscillator. And you have your AES. Now, if you're familiar with X32, you should be familiar with AES-A and AES-50B, AES-50C, right? It also has the USB audio, where you can do your multitrack, you can send in audio, and you can also record multitrack out. And it also has a Dante provision, right? And this Dante provision, you are the one to buy the Dante card and slot it in. So with that being said, if you're running Rivage stage box, right, now you could use this Dante to connect. In fact, you could use Dante to connect. It should be, if you're a pro sound engineer, you should know what Dante is used for, right? So this Dante is the game changer for me right here. So you have the boxes and the main. So these are different sources you could use to send in signal into this console. And this is a game changer, my dear. This is a wonderful game changer. Where do we go to now? The next one is the effects, right? The effect. Let me choose one boss, for example, this. Right now, let's see insert. Now, the effect engine on Behringer WING is crazy. You don't really need a computer, or you don't really need an external plugins, but the plugins that is present on this Behringer WING is mind-blowing. So if you know what you're doing and you're good at what you're doing, you don't need an external plugin when you're using this Behringer WING. This Behringer WING is very affordable, not expensive, but can do what so many digital big name consoles cannot even do. Now, let me tell you something again. Let's look at the input. Now, you know what X32 does? In X32, what happens in X32 is this. When you plug an input or a source to channel 1, that channel 1 must also be on channel 1. But in this case, it's different. I can use channel 1, assign, I can use, in fact, let me tell you something. I can use channel 33, no, 33. In fact, I can use channel 39 and assign it to source 1, right? I can use channel 39 on the console and assign it to source 1. With that being said, I am not limited, or I am not stressed about where my tech guy plugged my equipment or my microphone. All I need to know is what channel is it plugged on the stage box, and I will automatically pick it on my console. It doesn't matter where it's being plugged to. So this is a game changer that would help you as a sound engineer to mix efficiently and work efficiently. So may I recommend Behringer WING with this update and with this upgrade, right? If you need more details on this, comment on this video, hit me up. I advise every church at least to get Behringer WING. It's gonna change the whole game for you guys. And if you want to purchase Behringer WING, I'm gonna drop the link below. And also, if you want me to purchase it for you, comment. I'll send you my number or my contact, how you're gonna reach me to purchase this. And also, if you need a detailed training on Behringer WING, hit me up, comment, send me a DM, and I'll reach back at you. Thank you very much. God bless you.